he had dropped me to marry his wife, she started a rumor that I was pregnant by him, and that she was mad because he was marrying her daughter by him, and she thought that, you know, the people were gossiping, they were saying I was pregnant, and that it was his baby, and that she told my friend to tell me that I better tell my mother, and that I better shut people up, because if not, she was going to tell my mother if I didn't tell her. So I went and told Mom.
So you had to pretty much put yourself on blast.
Yeah, so I told Mom, I said, I went to the doctor, I'm pregnant. My mother said, I already knew. I said, how'd you know? She said, because your sanitary napkins are still in the same place in the bathroom and they're full of dust.
Oh my God.
She was playing along with you like...
She said, I was just waiting for you to come tell me.
How long were you when you saw her?
I was already almost 6 months.
When you told her?
Was you showing?
I didn't start showing till after, and it just so happened, right about 6 months, her dad came back from Ohio. And I went and I told him I was pregnant, and he started working at the cotton gin behind the house.
That's when he went to work on the ketchup place.
Yeah, he worked right behind the gym.
So
I went and I told him.
Like, how did you say you just shut it down?
I went up to his work. I parked in the back, and I told the guys to call him out there. He came out there, and I told him, I said, I'm pregnant. And he goes, and what do you want me to do about it? He said, I'm not going to marry you. He said, I don't want to get married.
He said it straight up?
Yeah, he did. I said, well, I just wanted you to know I was pregnant. That's it. And I left. That was it. I didn't say nothing else. His mother asked me if I went and told him. I said, yeah. And she said, what did he tell you? And I told her, she said, well, get on that phone, you call over there and you tell him I want to see him now. That he needs to leave work and come here now.
Damn.
This is back in the day.
Oh, I was going to say, well, I can clock out right now.
Well, he works at the cotton gin. He could clock out. So, yeah, I called him.
Did he come?
Yeah, he told me, well, come pick me up. So I went and got him. And then she took him in the kitchen and made me sit in the living room. I don't know what she told him.
Him in Spanish?
No, she never yelled. She never got loud. She just set him in there and talked to him for about a good 2 hours. And then he got done. He said, well, take me home. I said, all right. And then I remember getting in the car, driving to his house, and he said, I'm going to tell you something. I said, what? He said, if I marry you, it's going to be because of that old lady.
Wow.
That was it.
Damn.
I was like, He said, I'll let you know in a day or two. Next thing I know, your Grandma Ramona's calling, Eva's calling. And I'm like, holy cow. So they called me and they said, you got to plan a wedding in a week. If you don't plan it in a week, you ain't getting married.
Really?
Yeah.
Who said that?
Eva and your grandma.
That you have 1 week to plan a wedding.
1 week to plan a wedding, or I wasn't getting married.
They just threw you in the game, like.
Yeah, and so, but see, they were real good friends with John's wife. But see, when I married your dad used to go out with her too.
John's wife?
Mm-hmm. She's ugly. But John was gone over to Ham, and she lived there with her mom. And I would catch them at the park together. And
who?
Your dad and her.
Wow.
Yeah. And so
she was already married to John at the time?
Yeah.
Wow.
Did you go back and tell?
No, I told him years later. And it was crazy because I found, see, when we got married, I happened to find a picture in his wallet. And I never have liked the woman, so when I saw it, I got it out of his wallet, took it and put it in an ashtray in the kitchen. This is how big of a devil the woman is. I mean, she's the devil herself. I put it in the ashtray, caught it on fire, and her face would not burn. Everything burnt but her face. I would light the face, and it would never burn. And I told Mother, I said, the sucker won't burn. And Mother said, what are you doing that for? I said, because I don't like her. I don't like her, never have liked her. I said, I just don't want nothing to do with her. You know, I said, and I don't want her in my life. I said, you know, she's not a part of this. And so she never did. I just finally shredded it up and threw it away.
John still with her or no?
No, they got divorced.